I'm sorry, I'll try harder.
Hello. Hey girl, what's going on? How you doing?
The story of Jason
How was your
Arday, the
weekend?
Cambridge
That's
professor
good.
that everyone
Okay,
just kept
today's
talking
topic we're going
about.
to be talking about the young man that you see on the screen. His name is Jason Arday. Um, you may not have heard this story, but it is kind of controversial and it caught my attention, and so I wanted to talk about it. Tune in. Yeah, it's very interesting. He was autistic. He overcame autism. He became a professor, and then they found out some information about him, and they basically harassed him to the point where he had to leave his work because he just couldn't deal with it. And now he is no longer here because he unalived himself because he just did not want to deal with the constant harassment. He was bullied. Yeah. Okay. All right, girl. All right. Bye. Hey, y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, y'all heard me correctly. If you don't know who this person is on the screen, this is Jason Arday. Jason Arday is one of the youngest professors, or he was the, let me get it on the screen because I'd hate for someone to say that I did something or said something. Because see, that's why I understand this man's story. I myself have been constantly contradicted my entire life. I have been bullied my entire life. I have had people tell me stuff about myself as if they know me better than I know myself. That's why I understand this story. And I'm going to tell it from the perspective that I see it. Okay? Everybody, they have wrote over 180 articles about this man. Just how many times do you want to continuously talk about somebody? That means that y'all ain't got shit to do but to aggravate and harass, and that is what you did. So let's first look at what bullying is. Bullying is when someone says something unintentionally hurtful and they do it only once. That is not nice. When someone says some or does something unintentionally hurtful and they do it once, that is mean. When you and your friends or two groups of friends fall out and everyone is upset, that is conflict. When someone says or does something unintentionally hurtful and they keep doing it over a period of time, even when you tell them to stop or show them that you are upset, that is bullying. And that is what was done to Jason Arday. You can believe it or not. You cannot like the person or the appearance of the person given the delivery. But remember, I told y'all, we're all people having our own perspective, and you cannot tell me how to perceive anything because I have my own brain. And I say he was bullied and harassed. What is harassment? Types of workplace harassment: sexual harassment, discrimination, bullying, cyber harassment. That's when they kept on writing all them articles. Verbal harassment, when they kept on talking about him. Physical harassment, they didn't touch him. They didn't touch him. What is it? Religious harassment, not that. Ethnic harassment, they're relating it to that. Let's see here. Retaliation. Appearance-based harassment connected to racism, okay? We're going to look at this story. Open your minds up to this story because we're getting ready to talk about it. So Jason Arday, he's no longer here. He unalived himself. Yes, he did. Let's see what led up to this, because this was a husband, a father. He was a caregiver to his family. Let's see what led up to this. So it says here, Jason Arday's life was a testament to resilience. An autistic person who could not speak until around age 11, he overcame immense barriers to become one of the UK's youngest black professors. His story also highlights the importance of intersectionality, how autism, race, and systematic barriers can intersect throughout a person's life. Jason Arday should have been met with understanding, support, and protection. His life reminds us that celebrating marginalized people must go beyond acknowledging their achievements. It must include caring for them when they need it the most. Let me tell you something right now. I worked in a school system, and autistic children, they definitely move different, okay? Autism spectrum disorder is a neurological condition that impacts how a person interacts with the world. There are many different theories about what causes autism. However, some research supports that the cingulate gyrus area in the brain may either primarily or heavily be responsible for the development of this condition. Okay, I'm a person that I've always been social like my entire life, but as I got older, I slowly slacked up on my communication with people because I got tired of the bullying and being hurt and trusting people. Okay, I'm not autistic. I got tired of the bullying, the disrespect, and trusting people. Okay, it's protecting yourself. So I understand how sometimes they just don't want to talk. Not everybody want to talk to you. Understand that? But let's go ahead and look at this man's story, because basically what happened to Jason was Jason climbed to the top, and I'm assuming that somebody decided they wanted to do a little digging on him. Maybe, I don't know why, but they decided they wanted to do a little digging, and they did, and they discovered that he had plagiarized some work. All plagiarism is when you get work and you do not cite your reference. I'm not dumb. So he did not give credit to the person or the original person. That's all he did. He didn't do anything that warranted him being harassed and over 180 articles being written about him. You people need a life. I'm going to be the first one to tell you. If your life is so consistent of you worrying about what another person doing, you need a life and you need a damn mirror. Because you need to be looking at yourself so you can see what the fuck got you so nosy about other people. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I hate cursing and I don't want to, but this story touches my heart, y'all. It really does. But let's go ahead and get into it real quick. It says here that Professor Jason Arday became Cambridge University's youngest black professor when he was appointed as a professor of sociology of education at age 37 in March of 2023. He resigned from his post in August of 2026 following university investigation into allegations regarding his academic history. He was appointed at age 37 as professor of sociology of education. And I was listening to one person saying that he couldn't handle the responsibility of his job. I tell you one damn thing, if you're doing your job and somebody going out their way to make it harder for you, it not only can you not handle it, but you damn sure can't enjoy the damn work environment that you in. Let that sink in. Gain widespread public attention for an inspirational personal journey overcoming early childhood challenges with communication and literacy. He resigned in August of 2026 after the university opened an investigation into questions surrounding his background and credentials because somebody was hating on him. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Y'all some. Look, this ain't racial. This is truth. Racism is built around hate and jealousy. Y'all can believe it. You cannot believe it. Racism is built around hate and jealousy. And jealousy is an emotion that exists in the Bible. And even God spoke on jealousy being so dangerous because it comes close to death. Meaning that a person that's jealous of you will kill you. Okay? Jealousy is not, it's not okay. But anyway, let's touch on this real quick because I have something to do. Arday, who became the university's youngest black professor when appointed in 2023, had faced weeks of media coverage over plagiarism allegations and questions about his achievements. He denied the claims. Thousands gathered on Monday for a vigil organized by Stand Up to Racism in Square, where Labour MP Diane Abbott said Arday had been subject to a vicious and bitter media campaign. She said attacks by people who didn't believe a black man should be a Cambridge professor started as soon as he was appointed by the university in 2023. How are y'all able to carry that much hate in your heart and smile? In a statement following the professor's death, Lord Smith said, I do believe it is possible to hold to two principles at the same time, to believe in the importance of academic integrity and where criticism of plagiarism arises about any academic, where whoever they are, ensure they are rigorously investigated. And also to refuse to join in a racist feeding frenzy over a particular academic. Arday, 41, was found unalive at an address in South London on Friday. He had resigned as a Cambridge professor of sociology on August 5th. He stressed that his resignation should not be mistaken for an acceptance of the narrative that surrounded him. Let me tell y'all something. Not everybody is strong, okay? But I tell you one thing, if he had been in the United States, it wouldn't have went down like that because we're built different.